Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly. Lab After Dark is starting soon.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Holly gifting 5 Lab After Dark memberships, and Roswell member for 9 months. Holly, thank you so much for gifting 10 membership. I don't know why I keep saying 10, 5. And Roswell, thank you as well. What did I say? You guys read? Yeah, that didn't work, huh? Donna, member for 3 months. Thank you for liking.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
All right. That's true, it is.
Right.
Thank you, Prayer Garden.
Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
Thank you, Prayer Garden. Hi, Holly. Miss Justice. Lynn Coffee. Mary. Tell Pop what's up. Donna. Good to see you, Donna. It is all happening right in front of our very eyes. It's an amazing thing. Donna for 3 months. Magic Star 7 months. C. Taylor 12. 12 months. That's almost a year.
Lab After Dark.
Retha. No, but she did say, she did the right. She loaned us her soundbite.
Whatever, dude.
That's not the one. I don't even know if I have it anymore. I'm fighting off a cold. And I'm really hoping that I win. Like an arm wrestling match. Against like one of your really strong aunts or uncles. Or whatever. I mean, I'm just fighting it. You know, I don't know how I sound. I can't tell. But when the eyes start itching and the ears and all that shit, you know, it becomes like, it's just like, dude, I'm too old for this. I sound okay. It's just like the one nostril right now. I'm fighting it though. I got to tell you, fighting it for all it's worth, people. That's what I'm doing. Let me see. I lost my voice from, oh, that's disgusting, but it happens. Load up on vitamin C. I do. I sound normal. Great. Well, you know, it takes some prep work. I'm not even kidding. When I come on, I don't just go, hey, everybody. Like I do a little warm up, you know, like me, moo, 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 moo. Ooh, little tea, little saltwater gargle. Get a medicine ball from Starbucks. I don't know what that means. What's a medicine ball from Starbucks? I mean, I'll get it, but I don't know what it is. Get a medicine ball from Starbucks. Mouthwash. Yeah, you know, I can't. I don't know. I don't know if I can sing or not. It just feels uncomfortable, I guess. Really? You did? Really? Is that how it comes off? Fly by the seat of your pants. Yeah, there is zero preparation for Lab After Dark. Just kidding. Peach mint tea with honey and steam lemonade. I've never heard of steamed lemonade before. Yeah. Feeling blah. 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 Anyway, welcome to Lab After Dark. Does he? Yeah, they're good. I mean, I do have some Ricolas. I do like Ricola, and I think that it's the best cough drop out there, personally. But I don't have a cough, so just a little congestion, nothing more, nothing less. But I got to tell you that even I am such a diva about this stuff. Like in the slightest. Like if I feel off, like if my throat feels scratchy or if I feel too plugged up, I hear people doing their shows, and they're online and they're just like, and you're just like, damn, take a sick day. Just go to bed. Hit the steam. Nope. I just couldn't be like, how's everybody doing? I'm a little stuffed up tonight. I mean, I couldn't do that. Mostly smokers. I'm thinking about starting smoking again. It's been on my radar. I just like packing the cigs, you know. Other than that, I mean, I don't really like smoking them or anything, but
Ed Mary Fairy Fly donated $5 through Super Chat. Zicam nasal swabs, seriously magical.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Maybe that's what I'll try. Maybe that's what I need. Yeah, you know, but I've just been going, oh, wow, it must be nice to have a square every now and then. Let me just fire up an old heater, you know. Nothing is more relaxing than a cup of coffee with a heater, from what I've been told. And it looks joyous, but yeah, I just don't. The smell is really what bothers me about it, mostly. But Yeah. So anyway, it sounds like, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but it sounds like somebody got tricked by T-Rev and that he could possibly have a new vehicle. Can you imagine? Zicam nasal swabs. What do they have those at Target? Who did? Grayness struck one? Are you telling me that Gray Hughes struck did he really? What a little son of a bitch. Guy just can't handle criticism. Can't handle it. And are these old ones? Like, is that the GoFundMe one? Yeah. Golly, man. He's a real piece of work. I hear I haven't watched him in a while, but I don't want to because, well, I'm the worst person alive, according to him. So have you privated your videos so he can't strike anymore? Because ultimately what he's trying to do is he's trying to eliminate your channel. Of course his views are down. The Idaho 4 case is done. I mean, it's adjudicated. Unless Kohberger is going to do this big reveal all, then that situation's done. It's all dried up. And the people that milked it, and by the way, wanted this to go to trial, not for some sanctimonious reason, but because it was in their best financial interest. And we've seen it time and time again. And I remember, didn't he get pissed off when he found out that Kohberger took a plea deal? Like, he was upset about that, legitimately upset, which is funny to me because, dude, yeah, don't let him. That's a great one. It was fun. I like that one. I had, and that was when I found out who you were, or your channel at least, and I was like, who's? And then I saw my name on Reddit, and then whenever you see your name on Reddit, you go, fudge. But then it wasn't bad. Like, I'm not like the Brendan Schaub of Gray is. Gray's Reddit it's like, you're not the only page that has him either. He's got all kinds of people. It's all about him. I know. He's anal retentive. He's an anal suppository. How's that? What do you mean, Don? What do you mean? What the hell's going on? I really don't know. It's hard to say. But now that all these cases are adjudicated, and of course, I mean, is there I don't even know. Is there, besides Michael's case that had some movement, and it'll slow down now because of an arrest, but like, is there another case that people are just going crazy about? That just I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I know every now and then it's like the Sebastian Rogers case and Michael Vaughn's case. Yeah, the David case, but are people really into that one? I mean, it's just, first of all, it's a really slow movie, not a lot of information on there. Plus, let's not forget, I have no idea how SF Investigates has wedged his ass into that case as well. Like he just goes around telling people that he's like, I find missing people, but you don't. Remember when he told everybody that he knew where Emmanuel Haro was? I heard that Emmanuel Haro, they found it. And they're like, no, nobody found anything. Top-notch private eye work. I was going to start that off. That was the one that I did see. I agree with you. He's full of shit. Let me see. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, there's not a lot. Like the David case, I guess, is kind of big, but Ashley Banfield keeps having. Every time I ever go to SF's like Twitter, every single time, because he has no shame. But any time I ever go there, he's always going, I want to make something clear. What I said was taken out of context, and everything that he says gets taken out of context. Everything. There's not, he has to clarify himself all day. Oh, jeez. Of course you did. Why? For what? Do these people do any like research? If I knew of a private eye who had told the world that a 9-month-old child's remains had been recovered, and then everybody went crazy with it, and then it happens that he wasn't found, I don't think I'd have that guy on personally. That's just me personally. And Seth, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Nah, he's just played, he's ran interference mostly is what he's done. SF needs to investigate this. I think I said one time, what was it that, oh no, it is. Oh no.
Vertical traffic light emoji. Susie Q73, vertical traffic light emoji, donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Guess what day it is? Wiener Wednesday. SF is a TW dude looks like lady da-da-da-da.
Dude looks like a lady da-da, dude looks like a lady da-da. Dude looks like a lady.
He, on the third one, he definitely cleared up. The TW stands for twat waffle. SF is a twat waffle. Dude looks like a lady. Da-da, da-da. Dude looks like a lady. Da-da, da-da. Dude looks like a lady. And it's really, really hard to not point out the fact that the reason it's so funny that he's singing that, because he actually does dress exactly like some women would, or men, homeless, or I don't know, something like that. Twat waffle is a vulgar, humorous slang insult used to describe a contemptible, obnoxious, or foolish person. Dude looks like a homeless lady. Da-da, da-da. I don't know which is worse, SF or Stephen Crabtree. SF, because most people look at Stephen and go, and they just get out of his way. They're like, God, I hope he doesn't run into a sharp corner today. Like the angles on the cabinets are sharp. So you don't want him to run into them. So you just kind of watch and you go, please don't take that corner so fast. Don't take that corner so fast, please. But SF he's a bigger pain in the ass because sometimes people do listen to him for whatever reason. And it sucks. And he's just like, honestly, and I know he keeps like this title that says like, I found 20 something missing people. Whatever. It's like, it doesn't count if they're like runaways. We're talking about like lost, presumed dead, like that have been kidnapped. So you do a round corner for like foolish people or people that don't use their noggin is like the best. You can never not appreciate. What's up, Ashley? Good to see you. You can never not appreciate. Yeah, $15,000 to interfere. That's what he was paid in the Sebastian Rogers case. 15 grand to do what? Where it was to do what? Where's Sebastian at? Where are the people that you're supposed to be finding? Like, why is he working an active law enforcement investigation like in the David case? You know, I find that odd. Dude looks like a lady. Rod's in the house. Welcome, Rod. It's good to see you, man. Crabtree hit his head on the Hard Rock maple coffee table. Those are hard. 15K to accuse me. I remember, man. I don't want to rehash it, but yeah, just ridiculous. I think because he was hired by, I heard SF was hired by, oh shit, what's his name? I don't know the guy's name, but it looks like he was hired by the guy who owned the mansion. To do what? Maybe to clean or like, I don't know. The homeowner. Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's what I heard too. Oh man, let's just why not? Why not? Might as well take a look ski. See what misinformation we can get out of them today. Excuse me. So far, my voice is holding up quite nicely. Must have been all those me's that I did. Yeah, you know what? I did see that, Lori, and as much as, you know, she had every right to do it, and I obviously have no problem with it whatsoever. I don't know if her, I feel like her daughter is at least complicit, but I totally get it. And yeah, I am on pretty late, but I've been on pretty early lately.
We have a new development in the David Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
So is SF on this
story? And it centers on a Build-A-Bear
Jesse, God dang you.
certificate, a roller coaster, and an apparent trip to Six Flags.
Nice.
Private investigator Steve Fisher, who we've had on the show before, who is actually investigating this case, says that this could be a key moment in understanding what may have happened to Celeste.
Oh, yeah.
This detail could completely reframe the timeline and show that Celeste maybe wasn't just missing, but maybe was with somebody. We're going to dig into this and more right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
He's Jesse Weber. It's young Sean Penn.
Also, I got to say, if anybody's been following us here on Sidebar for the last, 2 months or so, we have been on top of this David story from the very beginning. We are trying to hit you with any kind of update
so they bring
here, so we know
SF in
exactly what happened here to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And I will just say, the
Let's just
reason
get to
that
it.
we can do this is not only because of the amazing support that we get from all of you out there, and thank you so much for
which is, I think, the
hired. And that is where private investigator Steve Fisher has spent months retracing every step, what was taken, what wasn't, what those overlooked details might reveal, who may have been driving that Tesla. If you've been following our coverage, you'll remember that Steve had shared a lot during his investigation. He uncovered some deeply unsettling details. He explained that there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of Celeste, describing the evidence as scary, sadistic stuff. Steve says he's been able to track the Tesla's movements, understand who had access to the property, recover photos, videos that help place people at the home at certain times. He's also been in contact with neighbors, reviewed digital media, gathered information that was handed directly to LAPD. All right, so now I want to bring on a special guest. I want to welcome back on to Sidebar Steve Fisher. Now, Steve is the private investigator who is hired by the owner of that property, the landlord, where David had been staying in. And to be clear, it wasn't David on the lease, it was his manager, but we know that David had been staying there and that property was close to the Tesla. So Steve, so good to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us. A lot's happened since the last time we talked. I mean, let's talk about this. You have uncovered something regarding this apparent Six Flags trip. I mentioned it a little bit before, that you found this Build-A-Bear certificate in the name of Esmeralda that was dated, I believe, April 21st. So this is just about, 16 days after Celeste was reported missing, that David had apparently posted a TikTok at a roller coaster on the same day. What is this? If I got anything wrong, please let me know. But what does this detail suggest to you?
No, so that's right. So, he posted that TikTok, and it can, match that up to where it's a roller coaster called Scream at
Case solved. Case solved. He tracked down the roller coaster. Thank God.
Six Flags. And Six Flags has a Build-A-Bear, a shop there. And they have them at different theme parks. They have it Knott's and whatnot. And I know some people are confused about that. But
no, we're confused about where Build-A-Bears are. Is it at Knox? Is it at Six Flags? Is it at where?
He was at Six Flags that day, and at the house, which is, I think, the important part that some of the people are losing sight of, is that we found the certificate at David's house, and it's in the name Esmeralda, and it's dated the same day, the 21st, that he was at Six Flags, and and then just a few days later, Celeste is photographed at Esmeralda's high school graduation, and this is all during the time that Celeste is reported as a
Build-A-Bear certificate. Case solved it.
missing person.
So does that give you a time of when she may have been alive?
Well, yeah. So, this is going back, a year, but this is right after she went missing.
Vertical traffic light emoji. Susie Q73, vertical traffic light emoji, donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Got it. He's Jimmy freaking Neutron. Side note, SF look a little puffy.
Dude looks like a lady. Da da da. Dude looks like a lady. Da da da.
We've all been under the impression that she's been gone, over a year. But there's these times that we're now finding out, well, was she missing, or was she a missing person? So
isn't that what cops are exactly trying to
would get
figure
in
out?
trouble for her not being in school, or there would be a CPS report, investigation opened right away. It appears that they knew where she was at, and she showed up at graduation. She's shown up now at the Six Flags along with a cousin, and then she shows up in September arguing with neighbors at her own home. So,
Yeah.
and the family has the responsibility to report that to law enforcement. If you have an open missing persons case on a minor, if you have any contact with them, you got to report that.
And was this information that has just recently been discovered by you? Is this something that you believe the family or law enforcement knew beforehand?
I don't know if
I really do want this case to get solved, because that's what that's what I was saying. That's what I was just thinking. We've known all of this. None of this is new. Jesse, what the hell are you doing? I mean, this is a terrible segment. He said nothing new. This has been known.
Yeah. So we discovered it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I guess, not long after the search warrant took place. But I don't know if they really had reason. I don't know what the scope of that search warrant even was. So I don't know if it's something that they would have been looking for or they've been after. They know that we know about it. I don't know if it's of any value to their investigation. I don't know if they're even investigating, or if they even care if people knew that Celeste really wasn't a missing person. I just think it's important for the overall story, to be told that, there were people that knew, and possibly people that could have intervened in this situation.
And to be clear, has this detail, given you a better understanding of what the possible relationship is or was between David and Celeste? Does it give you a time frame of maybe when they had last spoke or last had contact, if that's at all?
And by the way, if he really has discovered any evidence, he shouldn't have his fat ass on the air talking about it. He should turn it over to investigators and be quiet and do what he's supposed to be doing. But that just tells me that he's just there to pontificate and get in front of the camera and go, he should not be on here what he's doing is he's promoting his business. That's what he's doing. And nothing more.
What's going on?
Well, last spoke or contact, it doesn't really help with that. So far, the last that I have proof of is January 2nd. Now, that's what I have proof of. I don't know what LAPD has.
Of course you don't, because I won't talk to you.
So I don't know what some of her friends might have text messages from her, but what I have is January 2nd. But I think what it does show is that there was a relationship. They were doing things, social things, and she was out of school. She was on,
Yeah, we know that. I mean,
she had dropped out. She was I think 7th grade. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is really serious stuff. And I think it's sad that
it's very serious stuff that she had dropped out at 7th grade and she was running around with an adult.
It was allowed to continue. And that's, I don't know why it was allowed to continue, but it was. And I think people knew where she was at. And it also makes me think that as soon as
I don't know if he has kids or not, but sometimes kids run away from home. I mean, they do. And it's not always that easy to rein them in, especially when there's somebody else involved. It can be very tough.
The news came out that a body had been found in David's Tesla, I think that family probably knew exactly who it was right away.
I did. I mean, the body was found in his Tesla. Do we got a suspect?
Okay.
Now, last time we spoke, you had mentioned that there were these items at this Hollywood Hills property that weren't seized in the search warrant. Since then, have you uncovered anything new that helps clarify the timeline, maybe what happened at the house? I mean, last time you were on with us, you talked about that you believe.
Do you have a murder weapon? What's your theory? Do you have any DNA?
Something sinister was being planned.
Something sinister. She was chopped up. They found her in a car. She was dismembered. They cut her apart.
Idea of maybe discarding her.
Yeah, anything new?
Body. Is there anything else you can tell us about that?
No.
I can't give details about what those items were.
I can't give details about the items because he doesn't know.
So yeah, because I just don't want to step on, LAPD's investigation. As far as finding anything new, I spent the whole day at the house again yesterday. I don't know if there's going to be too much more there to gather. There are these small pieces, like the Build-A-Bear and stuff in photos from the graduation that we can put this timeline together. But that really just kind of proves this relationship, and it was a known relationship. As far as what happened and when, it appears to me that January, February is when there's something happens with the Tesla. It stops being used regularly. And so I think that's going to end up being the date. But I could be wrong. I don't have any proof of what happened to her, or her being placed in that Tesla or being taken out of that Tesla.
I was going to ask you, because in our last discussion, you talked about tracking the Tesla, who may have moved it. You believe that you have an indication about who may have moved it. Obviously, haven't identified the person, but have you been able to pinpoint any more details about the car? Any new insights about it, how it fits into the picture?
No, not on that car, but we have learned that there was another one of his close entourage, a person that was actually on tour with him, that there was another car that was reported being left right by the house for like 2 months, and they had actually called to have that one towed as well. And then the day before,
is there anybody out there that doesn't think that David is like the prime suspect in this case? I'm not saying he's guilty. I mean, probably is, but who knows? Is there anybody that thinks that he's not a suspect? That's the guy that they need to investigate first and foremost. And then when they can't, who's the suspects? Who's the suspect? David, correct?
it was going to be towed. When they came out for the third time, 2 men came and picked up the car, and we've since found out that is somebody that was owned by somebody that was out on tour.
He has been questioned, from what I've heard,
with David, and they just left it in front of that, across the street.
I mean, think about this. We don't need SF for this. She was dating somebody much older than her, a famous guy. There are pictures of them together. That was his girlfriend. They had the same tattoos. She goes missing and then happens to end up dead in his car. His car down the street from his rental property. Somebody get Angela Lansbury on the line. We need a real private eye to zip this thing up. I mean, it's not that. What's complicated about it is proving it. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And would be shocked if there's anybody else that would be directly responsible. I'm sure that maybe there are other people that helped along the way, but it can be suggested that the relationship was probably tumultuous. I don't know. Yeah, I'm saying it's the neighbor. Yeah. Anybody but David.
On the same street, just parked on the other side of the
Or maybe it's the homeowner. But if it is, what if it's the homeowner? Then what?
road, kind of blocking somebody's driveway for 2 months.
To be clear, the two people that moved that other car, was one of them the person that moved the Tesla?
No, so these are, I only know who I've only ID'd one of them. These are not people that are regular, and they were the owner of the car.
73, vertical traffic light emoji, donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Got another one. Ace Ventura, Lamau. I will take Marriott for 200, Alex.
Like a glove. I'm going to hit you with a bell just for that.
Ours, I think.
Build-A-Bear. The Build-A-Bear certificate. Robin, Build-A-Bear did it. There are some people that think that Build-A-Bear is in Epcot Center or Knott's Berry Farm or the Mall of America. But there's one at Six Flags too, for the people that are confused. For the people that are confused out there, there's more than one. There's more than one Build-A-Bear. I've been to several. I eat hot dogs when I go there. Love Build-A-Bear.
A family member.
Although the tariffs are killing us, we need more parts for the bears. Okay, Build-A-Bear. What does that mean? Son of a bitch. What did I say
Just
it was?
parked on the other side of the road, kind of blocking somebody's driveway for 2 months.
To be clear, the two people that moved that other car, was one of them the person that moved the Tesla?
No, so these are. I only know who one of them.
Was I calling it not
These are
Build-A-Bear?
not people that are
What was I calling it? Did I call it something else? I can't remember.
regular, and they were the owner.
Look at this bullshit. This is bullshit.
Of the cars. I think a
I've been to Knoxbury Farm.
family member and a friend or something like that. Not people that were around, and not David's people or anything like that.
Now, you've also been tracking the medical examiner timeline, the LAPD's timelines actively, very closely. Have there been any developments there that you can give a better sense?
Well, they went to Build-A-Bear, and then they went to Build-A-Bear, and then he went and bought some Nair and waxed his ass.
Of when we might maybe even see an official determination about the cause of death, the manner of death, anything like that?
I think it could be in the next week.
I'm telling you, dude. The reason that he looks so angry in that photo is because someone beat the holy shit out of him with some dye. Possibly a bleach bottle, but probably peroxide. I mean, look at that.
Week to 10 days. And that's because, what I've been doing is tracking, her, she was discovered on the 8th, on September 8th.
I've been tracking this Pokemon Go for a long time. Charizard. I was thinking about riding my Peloton to go look for my Build-A-Bear Pokemon Go.
So I've been tracking the deaths for the months and weeks before that date, and the ones that were in deferred status. And those are usually the ones that are pending toxicology. And then I'm seeing that they're showing up as they're not deferred anymore, and they're showing, acute fentanyl.
I took Donnie Jr. to Build-A-Bear. We went last week. It was a good father-son experience. I tried to get Baron to go, but Baron said no. He's a hard one to crack. But Donnie Jr., he loves Build-A-Bear.
Intoxication or whatever. So they have that shows
in other cases, yes.
So they've in other cases. So it shows that the toxicology has come back on those, and they're making determinations. And I've seen those as recent as September 3rd right now. So we could be, just days away from. Now that doesn't mean the autopsy report is done in total, but it does show. It does mean that on the website we could
Junior
see a determination of the cause and manner of death, which will then should free up LAPD to do what they're going to do.
Do you have any idea of what that could be based on what you're seeing? I mean, again, going back to our previous conversation, you had mentioned that there seemed
I think David used a toilet in Trump Tower.
To be plans in that house of potentially discarding Celeste's body. Is there anything that you could tell us, anything you can glean, obviously without compromising the investigation about what
Yeah, how do you get rid of gout? That's what we want to know from SF Investigates. You got a gout cure?
happened to her?
I can tell you that
Too much spiral honey ham?
we did find opiate prescription medication bottles in the house. Now, they could, whoever those were, they could be taking them 100% legitimately. So just because you have pain medication, but there was a few bottles of it in the house, and my gut tells me, I have no inside information on this at all, but my gut tells me the way things are lining up right now, I'm feeling this is probably going to be something like an accidental overdose. And
because when people accidentally overdose, then the way that they get rid of their body is by chopping them up.
Just made a horrible decision after the fact.
A horrible decision by dismembering a body. Okay.
Because they didn't want the relationship to be, to get out there because it would hurt definitely.
So what he's going to do is he's going to dismember her and then put her in his car because she accidentally overdosed. The fuck? It was just like, holy
Hurt
shit.
his, career, if not him be criminally charged. And I think they just made a really, really bad decision. I think that the medical examiner would have been able to tell pretty quickly if it was strangulation or anything like that, because you would still see the bone, the hybrid bone broken, or you see blood vessels broken in the eyes, stuff like that. Or if it was a gunshot, that's pretty obvious. So,
or if somebody was dismembered. I mean,
since they couldn't determine that, I think it's coming down to toxicology. So,
because one of the last times we talked, or something been part of the conversation, is that law enforcement, as far as we can see, they haven't come out and said that there is a crime that was committed other than disposing of the body, unless something's changed, unless something's seen different. That's all that they say right now. I mean, they say it's possible that it could be something else, but it's also possible that, like you said, she died under circumstance.
Yeah. So basically, when you say, yeah, it's possible, but it's also possible that I've told this story before. This kid that used to work for me, his name was Zane, and he thought he was a rapper. I don't know what it is with white kids and rapping. Like, I know that they like rap, but I don't know I don't know why so many want to be a rapper when obviously they're so bad at it. But that's what he called himself King Zane. I dropped the King. I said, I'm not calling you King Zane. I'm going to call you Zane. But he was like trying to sell this baseball mitt to this kid, or this father and son, one time. And the father walks up with this baseball glove and his son to Zane the Rain Man. And what ends up happening is the father goes, do you think that this glove will fit my son? And Zane looks at him and says, it could not.
Where no one may not necessarily be held criminally liable, might not be a murder, but someone may be charged for disposing of the body.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said there's like words where might not be criminal culpability beyond concealment of a body.
Right.
And, that could be the truth. I think LAPD right now has a preliminary indication from the medical examiner's office. I'm sure that the toxicology results are back. I think that determination is still being made of what the cause and manner is, but I think LAPD knows, and we haven't really seen any, nobody's been seen coming in and out of LAPD headquarters or anything being, maybe being questioned, or, we haven't seen any statements of maybe attorneys getting ahead of what might be coming. So I don't.
What are you talking about? David hired an attorney months ago.
I don't know. I think it's going to be minimal.
I want to talk about some of the posts that you've shared publicly about the case and get your thoughts on it, because you've been very candid on social media, highlight some of the aspects that the public hasn't seen yet. You made a post earlier today, got a lot of attention, and that thread pushes back hard against a lot of what you say is community-driven misinformation in this case, because in it, you say that Reddit threads that were useful early on have now become, quote, overrun by people misreading your work and claiming that you said that Celeste was never at that house. You made the distinction there that I want you to state clearly on the record, right? Because first, can you explain what you did say about whether Celeste lived at that house versus whether she was ever at the house at any point?
Yeah, so what I said is we don't have any proof, meaning I've been pretty open that we found a lot of media, a couple thousand images, right? And in those, with Celeste in them, they're not at the house. So we don't have anything tying her to the house. Do I think she's at the house? 100%. I'm certain she's been in the house. I just don't have any evidence to say, here's the proof. A lot of people are...
So what makes you say that? I guess what makes you say that she was at that house at some point?
Well, I said I'm certain she was at that house at some time just because of the relationship they had, but I don't have any proof that she was ever at the house. I don't have any pictures.
I think she was there because she was dating the guy whose house it was. That's right. It's a gout feeling. Stupid.
Now, people are pointing to a different house on Doheny that was like a streaming house that her and David were. They did a stream from there, and there were several photos taken, and myself and LAPD and everybody's known about that house since the very beginning. And I think they're thinking that he kept that as like a safe house for her, and that I know is not the case. But we don't have anything that indicates she was living there. We do have indication that there was other females that were living in the house, maybe not full time, but regularly. I mean, they had nightstands with their stuff in it and whatnot, but it didn't belong to Celeste.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you made that distinction. And also because you also called out a lot of people on Reddit for jumping to conclusions and that the public noise can affect an investigation like this. How has it? I mean, how is this, in your mind, the spread of what you see as misinformation impacted your work, your ability to understand what happened, collect evidence, maybe the LAPD's handling of the investigation?
I think in the beginning, if they were a huge help, I think there's a lot of stuff that LAPD would have never known about, especially in the Discord server, if it wasn't for Reddit. I think what my frustration is that, listen, every case I go to, I have this core group of people that just will take the exact opposite narrative of me. They're coming at me, and that just kind of muddies.
I keep, I know, and we've talked about this before, but I've heard many times body was decomposed, but there have been no official reports stating that she was dismembered. Well, she wasn't intact. I know that. Yeah. So I don't know. I've heard conflicting things before, but does anybody else have any idea?
Water, because they're very loud and they'll just say things that are just absolutely 100% false. They'll state them as fact, and that becomes distracting because there are a certain amount of people that first thing they read, they believe. I mean, there's this whole thing going on now about this Knott's Berry Farm, and nobody seems to understand the point is not.
Oh my God. More Knott's Berry Farm bullshit.
Not whether they were at Knott's or Six Flags, even though they were at Six Flags. It's that the certificate ended up at David's house. So how did it end up at David's house if there wasn't a relationship that Esmeralda knew, them was hanging out with them? So it becomes a little distracting there. But at the beginning, I got to say, it was really helpful because they had that entire server, and there's a ton of information in that Discord server,
Yeah, no, 100%. And by the way, talking about the house, so over the weekend, you tweeted about spending the afternoon at that house in Doheny. You described the anxiety, the fear that must live inside the people who may be responsible.
Who has time to write that if he's working on a case like that? What for what reason is that necessary? And I thought he quit Twitter, by the way.
For what happened to Celeste. I mean, can you expand upon that a little bit more?
I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, how? I personally think there's 4 or 5 people that know what happened, or at least that she was in that Tesla. And I just say, I don't know how they live with them. So, I mean, it's got to be eating them up from inside. I don't know. It just seems like if it was me, I'd want to just get it out there and explain my role in it and beg for forgiveness, because it's going to be too late. It's like if we're waiting for investigators to prove it first, and it's too late. And I don't understand how they it's got to be eating them up. I don't know how they sleep. I don't know how this is a 14-year-old girl that ended up in a Tesla trunk for a long period of time. And, some of these people are out on tour and just going about their regular life. And I think that's just something that's going to end up haunting them. And I just urge them to come forward, come clean. Like, this is not about beating.
There you go. That'll do it. Since he asked so nicely, he probably will come clean now. Since you asked so nicely, maybe they'll come clean and confess everything. Maybe you should try that with every suspect in every case. Please, will you tell? Please, you really should. You really should tell the truth, please. Please. Tell us the truth. They really should. It's the right thing to do. No shit.
Charges for a long. This is a 14-year-old. It's to prove it first, and it's too late. And I don't understand how they it's got to be eating them up. I don't know how they sleep. I don't know how. This is a 14-year-old girl that ended up in a Tesla trunk for a long period of time, and these people. Some of these people are out on tour and just going.
I can't believe they're on tour, doing tour stuff
about their regular life, and I think that's just something
that would tell you everything that you need to know.
It's going to end up haunting them, and I just urge them to come forward, come clean.
Got it, dude. That speech was almost presidential.
This is not about beating charges. This is about doing the right thing.
Oh no, it's about beating charges. Are you new to this? This is not about beating charges. What are you talking? The girl that he's, basically kidnapped from her home, that she's not even supposed to be there, has been missing. And then she ends up dead.
Thing for a 14-year-old girl.
And to be clear, when you say these are people that might have knowledge about what happened, but not necessarily physically were responsible for where Celeste was found, that's what you mean?
I personally, myself, right now, if you had asked me, I think this is probably like an overdose, an accidental thing that they did not have a hand in. Maybe they had drugs around that they shouldn't have been, but I don't think anybody at this point, I don't have anything that anybody killed Celeste, right? So that makes it even worse for me. But the fact is,
I don't care if anybody killed her or not. Whoever stuffed her in that car should be charged with it.
Ended up in this. Instead of calling first responders, they put her in this Tesla. And I just, I wanted those people to think about, this is going to weigh on your mind for the rest of your life. Come forward, say what happened. This 14-year-old girl, she deserves that, and I just hope somebody will.
And one more thing I wanted to get a little bit more clarity on. You clarified recently regarding the items that were found in the house. You say there's been a misquote that is circulating online suggesting that you referred to the items that were found
play a little bit of
in
that
this
too.
Hollywood Hills home as heavy tools or farm machinery. Can you clarify what you meant?
Yeah. So that I will say that publication did.
So now, Roswell, some people are saying that she wasn't dismembered now, and I'll go back and try to get some clarification. But I thought that she wasn't found intact, as disgusting and as graphic as that is, and I say that with the utmost respect. So I need some clarification on it. I believe what Hugh is saying, so it makes sense. But I don't know.
Retract that statement. It was it was recorded.
Yeah, I'm not the only one that thinks that her body was dismembered, though.
Interview. So
it's from Decomp.
They have changed it, but of course it was already out there. But
so was her entire body in the car? Because I heard that it was just partial.
So what I said was, and what I've always said was, these were items that you would not find at a house. They would have serve no purpose at a house in the Hollywood Hills. It's items you would find more like in a farm or farm environment. And that's exactly what I said. They're just not, it would have no use at a house in the Hollywood Hills.
If you don't want to identify what those items are, can at the very least you say, would it be items that someone could use to dismember a body?
But the fact of the matter is, if her entire body's not in there, why would that be? That doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure that she was yes, the decomposition thing makes sense, but her full body not being in there makes no sense.
To dismember and completely dispose of.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's
There we go.
house in the Hollywood Hills. Exactly what I said. They're just not. It would have no use at a house in the Hollywood Hills.
If you don't want to identify what those items are, can at the very least you say, would it be items that someone could use to dismember a body?
So, but that's what I'm saying. So why are they still talking about it like this? I hear what you're saying. And I believe in the docs that it says that there was dismemberment, or excuse me, not dismemberment, but decomposition.
To dismember and completely dispose of.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay.
Well, I don't got him.
I mean, that's where the sadistic part came from. This was not about like maybe dismembering her or anything. This is about evaporating her.
Look, Steve, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you clearing the record, setting straight what is available, what isn't available, what we may expect, what we might not expect. I really appreciate you coming on here, giving us.
Yeah, but it's not just SF that's saying it. I mean, Jesse is saying it, and I've heard many other pundits say it. He didn't say anything. It didn't make any sense. Listen, I'll play it again.
Or farm house. You say there's been a misquote that is circulating online suggesting that you referred to the items that were found in this Hollywood Hills home as heavy tools or farm machinery. Can you clarify what you meant?
Yeah. So that I will say that publication did retract that statement. It was a recorded interview. So they have changed it, but of course it was already out there. But so what I said was, and what I've always said was, these were items that you would not find at a house. They would have serve no purpose at a house in the Hollywood Hills. It's items you would find more like in a farm or statement. It was a taped.
There is a false statement circulating claiming that I referred to items found in the house as heavy tools or farm machinery or something to that effect. I never said that. See, that's what I'm saying. He's always clarifying shit. What I said was there were items in the house that would serve no purpose at a home in the Hollywood Hills. They are items you typically find on a farm or in farm type of, so like farm machinery and heavy tools. This is like the funniest tweet I've ever heard. There's a false quote circulating claiming that I refer to items found in the house as, quote, heavy tools or farm machinery or something to that effect. But I never said that. What I said was there were items in the house that would serve no purpose at a home in the Hollywood Hills. They're items you'd typically find on a farm or in a farm type environment. That's exactly what he said. So fucking stupid.
It was a recorded interview. So they have changed it, but of course it was already out there. But so what I said was, and what I've always said was, these were items that you would not find at a house. They would have serve no purpose at a house in the Hollywood Hills.
Okay. So what are those items?
Items you would find more like in a farm or farm environment. And that's exactly what I said. They're just not, it would have no use at a house in the Hollywood Hills.
If you don't want to identify what those items are, can at the very least you say, would it be items that someone could use to dismember a body?
To dismember and completely dispose of.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the sadistic part came from. This was not about like maybe dismembering her or anything. This is about evaporating her.
Look, Steve, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you clearing the record, setting straight what is available.
I mean, Jesse, he did none of those things, my friend.
What isn't available, what we may expect, what we might not expect. I really appreciate you coming on here, giving us our audience, the world, an opportunity to get a kind of an inside glimpse about what may be
should hit
happening
that
here. I
like
think everybody's
button.
looking for answers, but really,
Please.
most importantly, the loved ones of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, her family, her friends, they need answers more than anybody else. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Steve. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
And that is all we have for you right now. Coming on the show, Steve. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So I don't know. The Hollywood Hills, like a lawnmower. Weed whacker, maybe. I mean, what else? What could we be talking about? Backhoe, caterpillar. God, there's a caterpillar parked in the middle of this room. I don't know what a caterpillar's doing in the middle of this house. Holy shit. Where did all this acid come from? Where did this vat of acid come from? It's just like, dude, you're done. You're like, it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you would find a machete in a shovel. Yeah. Yeah. Some people pick up dog shit with a shovel. It's chipper, grinder, pigs, backhoe, or my thought. So you think that there were pigs, a wheelbarrow? Yeah, I mean, so farm equipment. It was a ride mower. A machete. Yeah, I remember that. Chris P. Bacon. A machete. What was it that he was scared that Betty was going to get him with a machete? Yeah, Donna, thank you for your super sticker or your super chat. Wood chipper chemicals. That's what I was thinking, like a vat of, like the shit that Dahmer had, but well, sometimes, they you use gasoline for other things. Maybe they had a generator. Most generators run on gasoline still, from what I don't know. I don't know if they do or not. Maybe they're electric. Who gives a shit? What I'm saying is, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know anything any more than anybody else, just because he had to take a shit in the house that he was invited into by somebody that has nothing to do with the investigation. Say machete 3 times. Ugh, no thank you. It's not farm equipment, though. He said it wasn't farm equipment. Then what was it? Then what was it, Steve? All right, hold on. Let me... Oh, my God, dude. He was just on News Nation 2 hours ago.
Steve, let's talk.
Oh, my God, Banfield, what are you doing? Ashley. I know. Oh my God, look at his hair. He took a shower. His hair fell flat. Look at it. Oh my God, he looks tired and this is only 4 minutes, thank God.
Toxicology report. First, I gave a little hint there. You have the answer, though. Why is it that we think the toxicology report on Celeste might actually be coming sooner rather than later?
Well, I've been tracking the cases around deaths around the same time as hers and from the weeks before, and those that were in deferred status have been changing over to, having cause and manner. There are a few cases that still haven't, but there are several cases actually on the same day, on the 8th, September 8th, as hers, that toxicology has come back because they now list some of the other people's deaths as effects of fentanyl or whatever. So I believe her initial tox may be back, and they're still working through, cause and manner. But there's also a good chance, because of her state of decomp, that they have to send, this out for additional testing or a different type of testing to get, a result.
He looks like Harry from Harry.
Just
and the
wonder if they're going
Hendersons.
to tell us about it, even if it does come in today, yesterday, or tomorrow. That's the other issue. I'm so short on time, and I got a million questions. Let's talk Build-A-Bear. That certificate that says Esmeralda. We don't know if it's Celeste's cousin Esmeralda or if it's the cousin that did the GoFundMe. But the date is pretty fascinating, and the fact that it's found inside his home. This is April. In 2024, the certificate, Celeste would have been 13. And again, Esmeralda might have been, about 15 or 16. But this likely puts Celeste inside David's home, doesn't it?
Well, it puts it inside the home, and it also, there was people aware of where Celeste was, and they're obviously in contact. They planned this out, and I don't believe this is just a coincidence. I believe that this is that Esmeralda, and David was there. We know at Six Flags that day. Celeste was
I'll have to find it, but I swear I got a certificate very similar to that in kindergarten because I went 3 days without eating paste.
missing person, and then shortly after she shows up at graduation, and I think there's some people pushing back saying, well, she's Esmeralda's a senior in high school. The point is that I don't think Celeste was the only person there for that graduation. I think there was adult family members there as well, and they should have notified law enforcement that Celeste is not, we've located her, and then they intervene and find out what's going on. But that didn't happen.
Thank you.
Well, we've just put she was a runaway, but was she really missing? I mean, I've lost count now of
I could probably find it. It would take a little time, but I have like a couple buckets of the stuff that I did when I was like a little kid. My grandmother thought I was going to be a genius. I'm not even kidding. She's like, he's so smart, you guys. She would always say that. He's so smart. He's the smartest one in the family. And if you knew my family, that's not a compliment to anybody.
the sightings and the moments
I could be their I don't want to be their love child.
where she was together with family members.
I didn't build anything.
I'm going to combine these two questions for time here.
Sure.
You have heard that the family told people after Celeste went missing.
But one time somebody asked, when I was probably like, I don't know, 7, and somebody said, what is 100 plus 100? And I said 200. And my grandma was like, oh my God.
Not to look for her.
Imagine how disappointed she is now. Hi, Grandma.
And we've noticed that the that Vegas photo was deleted from the aunt's Instagram. What do you make of that?
And that's Esmeralda's mom. And yes, I was told by a source very close that on the last time she went missing.
Like a source, like the time that you said Emmanuel was found.
The family members were saying, don't look for her. She's staying with other family members near LA. And all of a sudden we see a lot of interaction with Esmeralda and Esmeralda's mom. So it's, these are all dots we're collecting, and, and then we'll connect them.
Which makes me wonder, what were they saying if they meant family members, that she's staying with family members? Because if she was staying with David, he was no family member. And I'll remind everybody that she was 14 when she went into that trunk and 15 when her rotting body was taken out of that trunk.
Yeah, he probably is a Dodger fan. Probably even worse. He probably didn't even like baseball. He's probably like, baseball sucks. It's so boring and so slow.
Steve Fisher, you do such great work.
No, he doesn't.
Keep coming back and call
No, don't.
us and knock on
Actually,
the door.
come on our show. I don't give a shit.
And break into programming anytime.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching.
Fucking Chris Cuomo, dude. Your brother, Governor Nipple Rings. All right, there was one more that I was... So this just happened, huh?
To let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
So this guy pleaded guilty to leaving his daughter in a car where she passed away, and apparently he offed himself today, I guess.
Is there a reason why? So any death we have to treat like a crime scene.
Breaking news out of Arizona. Christopher Schultz, the father who admitted to abusing his 2-year-old daughter by leaving her to die in a hot car while he searched the internet for porn and played video games, is dead.
Oh my God.
This news comes as he was supposed to turn himself in after his guilty plea. I go through everything we know about this breaking development in the heartbreaking case. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. If you think
porn and video games while his daughter, I don't even know this story, to be honest with you.
one thing certainly comes to mind, his life was ruined. He was going to prison for 30 years to serve time for the murder and child abuse of his beautiful daughter. He had been a stay-at-home dad prior to that and had what appeared to be a pretty nice life. His wife was a doctor. They had a beautiful home and children. And Schultz would have to live with what he had done for the rest of his life, most of which would be spent behind prison walls. It would be a miserable, miserable existence for sure. What he did to Parker was incredibly selfish. He didn't forget she was in the car. He left her there on purpose after the evidence showed he'd been told not to leave her in the car many, many times before.
Right.
Parker Schultz died for no reason at all. Let's take a look back at the case, starting with the 911 call that day in July 2024.
Wow, really? So he just left her there.
What are you reporting? She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive.
Okay. And who is she?
Please.
Who
My
is
daughter. My daughter. Please.
50 plus times he left her or others in the car.
Please.
And this was out in the driveway?
Yes.
Is she still breathing?
No, she's not breathing right now.
Okay, we need to start CPR right now.
Yes, we are.
88 Truth. Baseball is not slow and boring, and you're agreeing with you're taking Dr. Gary's side, which is the wrong side on this one.
We're starting CPR, yes. Oh my God. How long has it been? Half hour. It was, but it turned off. I've been checking. Oh my God.
Okay, is she breathing yet?
Is she breathing? No.
Medics
Hey, Gary, some people might say watering plants is slow and boring.
arrived and tried to save Parker, but it was simply too late. Video from inside the home is blurred.
Anything.
Now, Christopher Schultz begins to ask why police officers are at his house.
Oh, yeah, let's get some work. What's going on? Why are you with me? Because we were first responders and we were on scene when they time to call us. Anything like this
Oh my God.
happens, they call us.
At one point, Schultz talks about his car parked in the driveway. He said he left Parker in it with the AC on, just as he had claimed in the 911 call.
The AC was on.
Honestly, people, watering plants is boring. Oh, you don't think baseball is boring? Oh, because watering plants is boring. I don't care what anybody says. You'll never convince me. Oh, it's so tranquil and peaceful. Oh, you don't understand it. You don't become one with nature. No shit.
What car was
Are
it?
you guys all here for me? My MDX.
The one parked
In the
inside?
driveway.
The black one? Okay.
Don't you know about photosynthesis?
The blue.
No blue.
Are you guys here for me?
We're
Yeah, we want to do everything we can at all. That's why you have so many of us.
Did you know that plants like water? They're alive. Did you know plants are alive, Josh? That's why you have to give them water, because it's like the life source. Plants are alive like you and I.
My worst nightmare.
You see that cactus over there? It wants chili Fritos for dinner.
Christopher Schultz was incredibly upset. This is an emergency of his own making. His wife is a doctor, and she knows that there's nothing that can be done to save Parker.
She's dead. Like, I need to be with her right now.
Oh my God, my no! No!
After 30 minutes, the car shuts off. Wow, that sounds fascinating. Magic Star says apparently there's an app that takes an image of your plant and tells you what it needs. It needs a friend. Gary, I don't know how watering plants is going to help anybody. Like, you watering plants isn't helping anybody. There are other things that you do that can and do, but watering plants is not one of them. Nobody's better off today because you watered 250 plants. I'm well aware I will die alone in a pile of
They're going to Northwest.
Yeah, they're going to Banner right now. We're going to keep you updated with everything, okay?
Wait, be positive. Way to look at life half glass. It's half full.
We just need to stand by with you right now, all right?
Dying alone's really not that big of a deal. I mean, if you think about it, you won't remember it.
Is that your wife out there? Yes. Okay. We're going to make sure she gets down there okay. All right. We have officers escorting her down there. If
Animals
we need to,
prefer
we
to
will drive
die
her
that
down
way.
there. And
They don't want to bother people. They don't want to burden them with their untimely death. So they run off somewhere.
we'll make the same accommodations for you, all
Yeah,
right?
he's a piece of shit, this guy is.
We'll keep you updated with everything they have. Yeah.
Officers are in the house with Christopher Schultz for a while, and then his wife called.
She wants me to try and get her right to the hospital.
Hey, we'll accommodate that for you, all right? We're just gonna need to get a statement from you about what happened, what's been going on. Obviously, I know this isn't easy for you, okay? It's not easy for anyone around right now. We're gonna keep you updated with everything we hear. Do you want to sit down somewhere? Where would you be most comfortable?
How about in the electric chair? Go ahead and sit down in old Sparky here, and we'll have Gary water you.
You want me to refill this for you? Can I sit? Is that all right?
An officer gets Schultz to talk, and he offers an explanation as to why the car was parked in the driveway and not the garage.
Don't worry, we'll die alone. How can we die alone together?
I'm sorry this is all going on.
We always park that car in the
listen.
garage usually, but I just got a Peloton recently, and the Peloton is in the garage now, so that's why it's not even in the garage. But
And how long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes. And I don't think the air was off that entire time. I think there was a time in between. I had checked on her last. It was still running. She was still sleeping. And then when I went back out, the car was off.
Schultz wants to go to the hospital, but his plans don't work out exactly as he had hoped.
Just to let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
Is there a reason why?
So any death, we have to.
Yeah, dude, because you leave like kids in hot burning cars while watching porn and playing video games.
Treat like a crime scene.
That's why. Oh my God, it's a crime scene.
I know this is extremely difficult for you. This is a normal process that we have to follow through with. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything, but that's what's going to be going on for right now, okay?
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No.
I just lost my baby.
Not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you.
God, I hate his mustache.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide anything for you. Someone's going to talk to you about what happened, though. All right?
I know, I can't stand that thing. He looks like, I don't know. He looks like Magnum PI's dumb cousin.
We will keep you updated with everything.
My whole family, my whole family is gonna be ruined.
We'll be all right. So we can't let you do that right now. We have to
He said he's going to take a shower?
stand by with you. Okay? As soon as you can, we will let you
You
know.
can stay in the room if you want, but I'm not gonna talk.
What's
I
that,
know this
Angela?
isn't easy for you, but the quicker we get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. All right?
I'm trying
need
to
stand
rinse
by
off
with you.
so I can go to the
I know,
hospital
but
to be with my wife.
we're not going to shower or anything right now. You need to stand by with us.
I don't understand why.
Okay?
Christopher Schultz was later charged with second-degree murder and taken into custody. It would later
Wow.
come to light, though, that Schultz had left Parker and her siblings in the car more than 50 times in the past. Then there was this text exchange between Schultz and his wife as Parker was being rushed to the hospital. Erica Schultz wrote, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" Schultz responded, "Babe, I'm sorry." His wife responded, "We've lost her. She was perfect." Schultz then responded, "Babe, our family. How could I do this? I killed our baby. This can't be real." Christopher Schultz turned down a plea deal in the spring. Then last month, days before jury selection was set to begin in his trial, and after a judge ruled the jury would not hear that Schultz was searching for pornography as Parker lay dying in the car, he agreed to plead guilty to second-degree murder and child abuse. The county attorney issued a statement. It reads, "Christopher Schultz accepted a plea agreement and pled guilty to 1 count of second-degree murder and 1 count of intentional/knowing child abuse under circumstances likely to cause death or serious physical injury. Under the terms of the plea, the sentences imposed by the judge are going to run consecutively, and Schultz will face a sentencing range of 20 to 30 years of flat time, meaning he's not eligible for early release. He must serve the full sentence imposed by the court in the Department of Corrections for murdering PS on July 9th, 2024. We are great.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I mean, was there some sort of evidence on him? I mean, obviously, I don't know what would help prove, but yeah, the whole shower thing was
for the hard work and dedication of our prosecutors, victim advocates, staff for their collaboration with local law enforcement on this complicated and high-profile case. This is yet another reminder to the community that the Pima County Attorney's Office will do everything we can to get justice for victims and prosecute those who have caused harm to others, especially those who are most vulnerable. Right. Schultz was supposed to be sentenced later this month. Then came word that he didn't show up for court and he was found dead. So joining me to discuss this really tragic development in this case is Dwayne Cates. He's a certified specialist in criminal law with the Arizona State Bar, longtime criminal defense attorney. Dwayne, you know, this is a tragedy. Christopher Schultz was going to prison likely for 30 years for the death of his daughter, Parker, a beautiful little girl. I just don't understand sometimes in cases like this. I get it. You know, he had been free on bail the entire time. He may have been safer, though, in jail, in county jail, pending sentencing. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, Arizona has a rule called Rule 7.2, and if you plead guilty to a charge that requires you to go to prison, it's kind of mandatory that you go into custody. Now, the only time that doesn't happen is if the prosecutor and the defense attorney both agree and the judge agrees to waive 7.2, then the person can stay out. But more times than not, a person is taken into custody if they enter into a plea that requires prison for this very reason.
Because there's a fear that something could happen. Maybe the person does something.
Disappears, runs off, goes to another country, is found deceased in the ocean. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not entirely shocked by this development. I mean, it's a horrific case. When you look back at the body camera footage, obviously, Christopher Schultz did not do this on purpose. He did not do this on purpose, but he neglected his duties as a dad, quite clearly. He admitted to abusing his daughter by leaving her out in that hot car. And this is not.
What do you mean he didn't? But I don't understand. Like, okay, so yeah, he didn't want her to die. What did he expect to happen? What did he expect that was going to take place? He thought that she was just going to be fine in there. He didn't think anything bad could happen.
This was not a one-off.
Yeah.
He had done this 50 times or so before. He had repeatedly left this beautiful little girl in the car. Typically, he would leave her in the garage, but the Peloton bike was in there that day, and so he left her in the driveway to sleep in the middle of the summer in July. And he's in the house playing video games and stuff, and she's out there for 3 hours. So, it's just a horrific case. I know he didn't do it on purpose, but
no, he left her in the car on purpose. She died because of that.
Little girl died. I mean, it's just horrific.
Yeah, and what makes it really bad is that he'd done it numerous times before. And the email or the text message from his wife is really damning, where it's like, dang it, I told you not to leave the kids in the car. I've told you 100 times, very emphatically that she had been telling him not to do that. Okay. And so he can't say, sometimes people are in a rush and they grab the groceries and they go in the house and they forget the child.
Let me see. Josh, he thought she'd be okay because he left the AC on, but didn't know the car turns off after 30 minutes.
That's not this case. He left the child there intentionally, and he apparently does it all the time.
And that's what's so upsetting about this case, is that he didn't learn. He didn't learn his lesson. I mean, anything could happen if you leave a child in a car. I mean, somebody can steal the car.
Yeah.
Somebody could snatch the child.
Yeah.
Any number of things could happen, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Well, you got to keep in mind, this is Arizona too. So in the middle of July, it's hot. I mean, it's 115, 120 degrees outside sometimes. So, you just can't leave anybody in the car. You can't leave a dog, anything. So, and again,
you know what though? I mean, if he would have went to trial, he probably wouldn't have got murder too. He'd have probably got manslaughter.
There's various reports that maybe he was in, playing video games and looking at porn or whatever, and if those are the facts, then had he gone to trial, he would have got life in prison.
I don't think so.
Okay. So
I don't think so.
The plea agreement was going to let him get out, I think between 20 and 30 years is what the plea called for. And so, and again, that's
yeah. And Starlick, I am curious though, but like, how would he not know that his car would shut off after 30 minutes? If that's correct. If he's done it so many times, how would he not know?
No, he looks to be, in his 30s.
Fact of the matter is, he shouldn't have left the kid in the car. And look, if he didn't mean for her to die, and that very well may be true, but that doesn't really matter at this point.
So that was almost essentially a life.
Because she did die. And he's responsible. His actions led to her death. If he hadn't have done what he did, she wouldn't have passed away. So he is directly responsible for what happened to her, whether the intention was there or not.
life in prison sentence.
Most definitely. And you know, I said earlier, you know, in the show, the rest of his life was going to be a miserable, miserable existence. He was going to walk into prison as somebody who did this. He wasn't going to be looked upon in a nice way among the other inmates.
And Rod, yes, he was warned, but why does he need to be warned? Like, everybody knows you're not supposed to leave a kid in a car for any reason. He didn't want to wake her up because he didn't want to deal with her. He didn't want to deal with her because, oh, I wake her up, then she's going to be awake, and then I have to, you know, deal with her. I want to go play video games and whack off.
In the prison, and you know, you left your daughter in a car to die while you were doing this stuff on the internet and playing video games. So life was going to be pretty miserable for him in prison. And he had a really nice life. He was a stay-at-home dad while his wife was at work. She was a physician. So he had a pretty nice life. And then he was going to be walking into prison for likely 30 years. I think the judge was going to throw the book at him.
Well, and to think about it this way, in Arizona, okay, there are different yards where you get placed in prison. Okay, now if he were a child molester, okay, he would go to a sex yard, which is way better than the other yards. But because he had a second-degree murder conviction that was dangerous crimes against children, he most likely was going to go to a 4-yard, which is the maximum security yard, just below. All
right, so you got two choices here, bud. You can go to where the Nazis hang out or where the pedos hang out. Is that the only two choices?
The death penalty and death row. And, you know,
it's not like a third.
He's going to be put in there with some really bad guys that don't like the fact that a child got killed. And so he was going to have a really rough life.
This seemed like a major error, though, on the part of the courts. It seems like a really a bad miscalculation, you know, on the part of the defense, the prosecution, and the judge, in my opinion, because we've seen this type of thing happen, you know, in other cases where somebody takes off, somebody decides to end it because they're not going to go to prison for the rest of their life. So do you think that judges will be more hesitant after seeing this to agree to that in the future?
And generally when stakes are this high, the person isn't let go. I mean, that's generally speaking. And I think because his wife probably spoke highly of him at the bond reduction hearing, the hearing to get him out. Okay. And you know, I think that probably played into it. But in most cases where you're pleading to second-degree murder, you know, you're not going home from the change of plea hearing. You're going to jail. And that you know, and again, all that has to happen is if the prosecutor would have said, I'm not willing to waive 7.2, then they would have had to have put him in jail. Okay, because the state had to agree to do that. If they didn't do that,
you're right.
Then the judge has no choice because the statute basically says shall. And some judges read it that you can't even, you know, that you can't waive it. Okay, I've had judges tell me that. Some most will if everybody agrees, but generally not on a second-degree murder case.
Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, it's sad for his other children because now they're going to grow up without a father at all.
Well, they were going to pretty much anyway. I mean, he's going to be in prison.
At least they may have been able to speak with him on the phone or the prison tab.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're going to FaceTime Dad from prison. Hey guys, I got to hurry up. It's Chili Mac night.
Tablet or something like that. But now they're not going to be able to ever speak with their father again.
Yeah, we know
it really is a tragedy.
We know what
but
death
I
is,
hope that the
Anjanette.
courts will take notice of this and see that they should have just taken him into custody right then and there after the guilty plea.
Oh, so
Dwayne
he
Cates,
was
I really-
out. So he was out on bail. He didn't do this. Okay, that makes sense. He was getting ready to go to jail. I got it.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Hey, thank you for having me on.
All right. Yeah, I mean, leaving a kid in the car is. She's like, the court should have taken him in. Well, he should have taken his daughter in from the car, Anjanette. It's a little weird. I don't know. Oh, nice. That's nice. What a nice judge. Here, you can go to Hawaii with your family first. Ba-boom. Oh, I've heard of her. No. Josh, I wanted to ask, have your kids ever met your dad in prison? Nope. They don't want to. And I don't even really fuss with them. Second. Okay. Now for the main attraction. Check this out. This is some funny stuff. Know what? Oh, what happened? Sorry, no, I didn't see it. Oh, yeah. No, they've never met him. Never once, ever. Okay, so check this out. T-Rev, who has been on what can only be described as a biblical spiral. Yeah, Laura, you're right about that. I don't think you're wrong there. I won't stop until my family is taken care of and I have wife. And I've been working so damn hard that I don't even make it to the bed. I'm sleeping in the car. By the time I get back into the driveway of where I'm staying, I sit there for 2 seconds until it's curtains. So what he's saying is that hold on, let's see. God, he's such a mess.
Hating on.
Check this out. So this says this homeless man's new ride. So apparently he has a $50,000 Bronco. Is that a price tag in the front?
The homeless man's new ride, man. Y'all be hating on the homeless man's new ride, you know? Check it out. Homeless man's new ride.
I'll be hating.
You ever seen a homeless man drive this? Because this is it, baby. Let's get it. Hating on the homeless man's.
It looks like he's at a car lot.
New ride, man.
Who the hell's JaCrispy? Rach says, are T-Rev and JaCrispy still besties?
Y'all be hating on.
I don't know who JaCrispy is, but if I was JaCrispy, I would rethink my friends.
Homeless man's new ride, you know? Check it out. Homeless man's new ride. You ever seen a homeless man drive this?
Why not open the car? It's a rental. Listen to that laugh. There's that little sinister laugh.
Cause this is it, baby. Let's get it.
Sweet Soul's not here tonight, and she must have co-signed for him. Sweet Soul. Sweet Soul's out there. We're gonna work out the paperwork, Trev. I knew Sweet Soul was such a nice person that she's gonna be welcoming to.
You hating on the homeless man's new ride, man? Y'all be hating on the homeless man's new ride, you know? Check it out. Homeless man's new ride.
Listen to this laugh.
You ever seen a homeless man drive this? Cause this is it, baby. Let's get it. You hating on the homeless man.
Okay, so yeah. This is so funny. It's like we're watching him in real time, sort of. Considering what on his stream? Every time I make a post, people comment triggered about my life. Let that simmer. Let that simmer in your thought process. There's more to life than watching my life. Yeah, but I mean, it's fun to peek in every now and then. I don't think that's his car, but I don't know that. I don't know if it's his car or not. It very well could be. But I don't think it is. Let's see here. Because he's a fucking loser. That's why. Hate that dude sometimes. Somebody said, not a homeless man new ride. It's a mobile home. You're not homeless now. Well, that's good. Yeah, so what if he's homeless? Right? I mean, oh, man. Oh, listen to this. This is a comment on one of his Facebook posts. I read these comments. God, this is long. And I read these comments and I think, should I even say anything? Because I was taught if you don't have anything nice to say, just scroll on. But I'm going to say it. Just because people vent on Facebook doesn't mean they're a bad person. Mental health is real. Okay, never mind. No one cares what you have to say. It's just mental health. Mental health. He's not venting. He's just, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. Nothing that I can see. Nothing I can see that's good. He was just asking. Look, I don't know how much are those new Broncos? I don't know if it's brand new or what, but so they're between $40,000 and $93,000. So there's not a chance that's him. No, I don't think so. Yeah, but it's still probably 30, 40,000. Bronco Sport, what's that? I don't even know what that is. Bronco Sports are like $33,000. That's starting. Even if he made I thought he said $6K a month, which is a lot. I'm telling you, I get the feeling we're going to see on Tennessee local news, wanted for or suspicion of sooner or later. I know they don't get shit for gas mileage. Whinging for starters. Oh, that is funny. What a terrible person. Yeah, I'm sure. Depreciating asset. What kind of okay. You want me to replay the video of him flexing his Bronc? All right. Okay, I got it.
On the homeless man.
He's homeless.
His new ride now.
He's a homeless man. He's a homeless man's new ride, bro. Picture. Bring it back.
The homeless man's new ride now. Y'all be hating on the homeless man's new ride.
Now I got to tell you that if I was showing you my new ride, I would certainly open the door, but he can't open the door because he doesn't have the fucking keys to the car.
Check it out. Homeless man's new ride.
We can't even see in there. Open the door.
You ever seen a homeless man drive this?
You ever seen a homeless man drive this? Let's hit some hashtags in the chat. Hashtag Bronco Sport. Hashtag rent to own. Well, what up? I already did. Okay, so that... it's a Bronco Sport.
This is it, baby. Let's get it.
Fob is gone, domestic. He's already lost the key fob, and he already went...
Hating on the homeless man's new ride now.
I've been doing that noise. I never did that before. I don't know why.
Y'all be hating on the homeless man's new ride, you know? Check it out. Homeless man's new ride.
And I can't imagine him getting a new girlfriend anytime soon because I think that he's sort of ran the gambit of women that like would date him. And now there's just like a trail of destruction in his wake. And they're probably just going, you know what? Probably not. It's not going to happen. Rosebud. Daryl Brooks lived in a 2010 Ford. Oh my God. Fuck. Well, now that he's got the new OJ wasn't black. OJ was OJ. T-Rev's black.
You ever seen a homeless man drive this?
Imagine being 5'5" and doing that laugh. With huge male knockers.
This is it, baby. Let's get it. Hating on the homeless man's new ride now.
I don't know. I mean, are those tires bald? I can't tell. He could seriously be the next. It's in a dealership. That's why there's no plates.
Y'all be hating on the homeless man's new ride, you know? Check it out.
It probably is used, but still.
Man's new ride.
He's homeless.
You ever seen a homeless man drive this?
You ever seen a homeless man drive this? dude.
Because this is it, baby. Let's get it.
I will keep you updated on everything. You don't have to be involved. With him? Oh, on the OJ thing?
Hating on the homeless man.
Sounds like Rumpelstiltskin.
New ride, man. Y'all be hating on the homeless man.
I had a boss one time who was we should clip that. 15606. Let's get a clip going here. But I had a boss one time. We were talking about like how much to charge for like names, you know, and on the backs of like football jerseys. And I said, well, you know, we should probably just do them all like it'll all come out in the wash. Like if we do like a long name, it's the same, short name's the same. So it's just, you know, whatever. It's just going to be, there's more short names than there are long names. Anyway, he goes, and he had this enormous lisp. Now, I'm not making fun of lisps, I promise you. But he had this enormous lisp. And it went something like, so what you're saying is that no matter the last name, whether it be Smith or Rumpelstiltskin, it's all the same. And I said, yes, Smith or Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know why he had to go with the S's so hard, but he went with them. I mean, he took them all the way. Smith or Rumpelstiltskin. Jeez, dude. The child support alone dismantled his credit. He's paying cash. Yeah, I'm sure who knows what he's doing.
New ride, you know?
Why don't you just get a car and not tell anybody? When I bought a new car, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't go, hey, Facebook, look at my new car. Hey, Twitter, look at my new car.
Check it out. Homeless man's new ride. You ever seen a homeless man drive this?
I fucking laugh, dude. That thing cracks me up. Kind of like Big Gay Al from South Park. Is his name? No, it's Austin. I think his middle name's Trevor, but I don't know. I try not to go that deep. But anyway. Just gonna... A dentist, you can be he needs one. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly.
All my energy's gone. I gave you everything I had, I promise. I was like Michael Jordan with the flu in the finals. I delivered. You know? I did. I gave you everything I had. So I appreciate it. And thank you for showing up.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
That's not nice, Rach. Thanks for watching, Abe. I appreciate it. Lori, good to see you. I don't know what's up with that. It was weird. Later, Rod. D'Amico. Night, Retha. Later, Gray. Night, Dawn. Night, Rach. Cakes, Boo. Where'd Dr. Gary go? You had to go water some plants?
Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.
What's the point in causing the eruption?
I'm trying my hardest.
Convulsing almost, dude.
I'm trying my hardest to get him to try diet sodas, and I'm trying to find one that he likes. And we've gone through 100. He hates them all, but I think it was that Diet Coke that we had tried.
I think so. Either that or Coke Zero.
Okay. So, dude, we're in the kitchen. I crack one for him. I go, dude, you're going to like this. Give it a try. So he does. And then he runs over to the sink, spits it out, and he's like almost dry heaving. And I'm standing there with my hands on my hips, looking at him, shaking my head. And I go, look at you. Your body's rejecting zero sugar. Welcome to the No Big Deal Podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Blazing the steel. Bring the heat. Mix it non-stop. Non-stop. With the hottest DJ.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Non-stop.
Too much?
The most radio thing I've ever heard.
I know. It's just like blazing the heat. Oh, goodness gracious. Good to be here, guys. How is everybody tonight?
Good.
And PD, how are you?
The music.
I mean, I literally can barely hear you. You might want to tap in.
Speak up.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
No.
Not really.
No, I cannot, actually. Is your head in a toilet? Because that would explain your sound right now.
No, it's not.
Like, should I just drop him? What should I do? I don't know what to do.
I don't know what's happening.
What should I do? You tell me what
he should speak like loud.
Well, he does. I don't even think it's not about speaking loud. I think it's just like he's like probably laying down somewhere with a towel over his face. Is that what's going on?
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it still sounds like you're
laying down.
You were laying down, weren't you? And then he says yes, and then I can't hear him.
Yeah, he goes back. He had to lay back down.
He got tired. Yeah, it was a busy day. Yeah, and then he lays back down.
Can you hear me better now?
No, I cannot hear you better now. At all. Matter of fact, it might be worse.
Yeah, it's gotten worse.
like you keep saying, "Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better?" And no, I can't.
Bring the heat. Mix it non-stop.
Man.
Okay, well, there you go.
This is a debacle already.
Yeah.
That's better.
That is better. Well, then you cut out again. I just don't understand, man. Like, you're sharing a wall with me right now.
Shared wall.
And this is
I don't know what's going on.
And this is the audio that I get from you.
Non-stop. With the hottest.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
I got to do something.
It's unbelievable.
I got to do something to save the show. I got to do something. Lucas, there's something I want to talk to you about something, bud.
Oh, okay.
Well, you sound nervous. Why did you do that?
Well, yeah, because I don't know. Saying it like that makes me nervous.
Well, okay.
Okay, seeing you're not helping.
Well, there's something I want to talk to you about publicly.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
It's all right. Everything's going to be fine.
I'm sure.
So, last Saturday night, do you already know where this is going?
I know what I was doing last Saturday night. What I do most Saturday nights.
What were you doing last Saturday night?
Just watching the fight.
Okay, so you're watching the fights. I'm watching the fights. We're watching the fights, okay? We're watching the fights, texting back and forth, watching the fights.
Yeah.
And one of our most hated, that's the thing. Your hobby has somehow infiltrated my life. And
I did do that.
You got me interested in something that I had no interest in whatsoever. And, now I watch UFC. You can call me a douchebag. People do. If you wear UFC gear, you're a douchebag.
No, come on. I thought that stigma's gone now. This isn't like...
No, that stigma's only amped up. But...
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay. So when I tell people, I watch UFC and I know a little bit about it. I know who the Paulo Costas are and the Sean Stricklands. I think maybe it's Shane Strickland. I don't even know.
Sean Strickland, you had it right the first time.
And then I even started watching a little bit of like Taekwondo. Some jiu-jitsu tournaments, and just totally feeling like a Chad. And I get adrenaline rushes. And anyway, so we're watching, we're talking, we're vibing, we're having a good Saturday night. The main fight,
it was okay. It was good. It was good leading up to a certain point.
Well, okay, so yes, the fights were fine, enjoying ourselves, texting back and forth. I'm calling you dumb, you're saying ha, and then we're just going, we're vibing, and the main event comes on, and I know the people that listen to this show don't give one crap about UFC.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This is not necessarily a UFC story. What this is. This is a much different kind of story.
Different story, yeah.
But it just somehow involves UFC, and my friend, and I use that term loosely because right now we're on the outs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're watching the main event. Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. And Leon Edwards is like there's no chance that he can win. No, everybody's writing him off.
That's wrong, dude. I wasn't.
Okay, well, that doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. Shut up for a second. So everybody's, Kamaru Usman.
He's an underdog.
Kamaru Usman is like the top dog in the division. He's, blah, blah, blah.
Sport before that.
Right.
He was pound for pound number one.
Pound for pound number one. If you don't know what that means, I'm proud of you. So we're watching the fight, okay? And the first round's going really good for our boy Leon. We're like, we're pumped, right? We're pumped. Then
Kamaru.
He's cheating. He's holding the cage. He's kicking people in the balls. He's poking eyes.
Faking
eye pokes. He's doing everything. We're all mad. Okay, Lucas. Peyton. Lucas is getting so mad. He's like, I'm turning this off. I'm not even watching anymore. He's like, just tell me what happens. I don't even want to watch. I hate him.
I turned off my TV, but it was still playing on my computer,
which is dumb.
That's my upset. Yeah, I got a problem.
So all this is happening, and the fight's going on, the middle part of the fight, and Leon is just getting smoked. I mean, it's not going good. Plus, Kamaru's cheating, like he does so often. Well, there's about the last round starts, and that's when Lucas starts freaking out, going, I hate him. I hate Kamaru Usman. I can't watch. Just tell me what happens. There's not much time in the fight left. The announcers are calling. The announcers are calling him a broken man. They're saying he's broken. He won't even look his coaches in the eye. Leon's getting destroyed. What kind of effort is it? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a minute. It's about a minute or so left in the fight. And my phone starts to ring. I'm watching on my phone, by the way. Peyton, it's Lucas on the phone. So I'm like, I wonder why he's calling me. Because there was a minute left in the fight that the guy was just getting dominated. So I picked up thinking he had something really important to tell me. I don't know, that his girlfriend went into early labor or something. I don't know. Just, anything that was substantial in life, because I was into the fight personally. I hadn't given up on the fight. I hadn't thrown in the towel. I was a little frustrated. And all of a sudden, this is what I hear on the other line when I pick up. I say, hello. And you hear him say this, get him out of here. Get him out of here. He's done. Get him out of here. And I'm going, what are you doing, man? What's going on? And he's going, get him out of here. Yeah. And I said, what are you talking about? And he knocked him out. And I said, who? And he goes, Edwards knocked out Usman. I said, what? He goes, he knocked him out. And he goes, go watch it. I go, no, dude, no, just tell me what happened. He goes, he kicked him in the head, he knocked him out. And I go, and I literally pull my phone back and I look at it and I go, I'm going to kill you because I didn't see it, because he was like 20 seconds ahead of me. And I missed what some people might say is one of the greatest comebacks in MMA history.
Yeah.
One of the biggest upsets in MMA history. And I missed it to listen to my dumb friend tell me about it, who was just watching the fight on the other end of his phone. Well, he was, which this is sick, by the way. You're watching it on your TV and your computer.
Well,
you got issues.
No, because I like to have it on the TV, but then also I like to pull up like the stats on like punches landed, where they were landed, control time, things takedown. So then I get a better understanding of like how it might be scored.
I mean, you didn't have to be Herb Dean to know how this thing was going to get scored. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Just
and
routine.
And my phone starts ringing, and I think like there's something important that my good friend is going to tell me.
I thought you saw it.
So he gives me no buffer time. So here's the thing. Listen to this, Peyton. You'll love this. One time I tried to call Lucas for a ride because my car wouldn't start. And he sent me to voicemail because he was watching the end of a Wake Forest football game, an unranked football. They're about to kick a field goal. Wake Forest.
It was a close game.
They was unranked, and they were playing like Appalachian State. And he sent me to voicemail twice. He was watching on his phone. He sent me to voicemail twice. I didn't send him to voicemail. You see?
No, you picked up. You should have.
I should have said, you're right, dude. I should have. But I figured that somebody like you, of all people, who would send your quote unquote best friend to voicemail because some ambidextrous football kicker is about to try a 72-yard impossible field goal against a Division III football team that's unranked and will mean nothing in the history of anything. I thought that you would know, like, to give me a minute or so, and maybe even just shoot a text.
I just got excited, and I know you share. We disagree on a lot of like fighters and fights and things like that. Life, all those things.
Yeah.
But we shared this. We shared the hatred for that miserable cheating champion.
Okay, but
and you're right. I got caught up in the moment. I should have known. You know what? I think I did know you were watching on your phone. I think we discussed it going into it, and you
just lost your mind.
Friend. Sorry. And I lost my mind. I was screaming. My neighbors, the lights came on in the backyard. I was screaming, "He's a fucking cheater! Get him out of the sport!"
No F's and stuff. Okay.
Oh, damn.
But that's what he was saying. He's like, "He's an effing cheater! Get him out of the sport! He takes roids! Get him out of here! Retire! He's gonna retire!" And I'm going, "What is going on over there? Like, whatever's happening is."
I went insane.
Yeah, I mean.
Get pumped up, baby.
And to be fair, I when I told this story, I was gonna, I'm gonna go into it lightly. I'm gonna just kind of give the cliff notes, and I didn't give the cliff notes. I went into heavy detail.
I could go into heavy detail, and I will.
I will go into heavy detail.
And I did go into heavy detail.
You did.
And, you know, I wanted to call you so many names. And if you were near me, I probably would have punched you. I probably would have called, even though you're not fat anymore, I'd have called you fat.
Josh Birnbaum, step on up. Get on the scale, son. All right. Get off the scale.
You know, so, you know, I was just really frustrated by, and because I was going to see it live. And
yeah, you were going to watch it. You were going to see a great moment in MMA history.
Yeah, and then you robbed me of that.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you.
What's that?
I think you the replay.
Okay, yeah. So Peyton, that's his saving grace here, right? He goes, he's trying to butter me up, right? He's going, hey, there's this.
I heard the disappointment in your voice when I called, when you said, when you told me, no, just tell me what happened. And I told you, and I go, and you said, you're an idiot.
No. Well, I said that, and then I said, I'm going to kill you. And, and you know, I don't know what else I said, man, but I was really frustrated. This was me to you. I couldn't believe that. But anyway, luckily I'm not can you imagine, dude, if I did that to you? Can you imagine, Lucas?
I would be.
You wouldn't talk to me for like a couple weeks. You would be so mad, and I forgave you, and I forgive you because that's the kind of friend that I am.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
And I went into heavy detail, and I didn't mean to.
Go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail.
Yes, I absolutely did go into heavy detail. But, you know, I get it, man. I get it. Things happen. Tiger gets out of the cage. You're too obsessed with the sport. And I think that maybe this is like a wake-up call. No?
What do you mean? I don't really have much else.
In your life? I mean, you're about to have a kid.
What do you want me to? No, I mean like hobbies.
Well, the reason you don't have much else is because that's what consumes you.
Yeah.
You don't make it seem like, oh, I don't like anything else. You watch ESPN 6.
What? I mean, I have.
Okay, so don't pretend like you watch that's another thing about him, Peyton, is that like this guy is always watching something weird on his phone, and it's like a constant weird. Either it's like he's playing Hearthstone or he's Lucas. I'm gonna crap on you tonight, dude, because you know you really screwed the pooch on this, and you watch weird stuff on your phone. You have always watched weird. You play FIFA on your phone.
Yeah, I do.
He told me he was gaming the other night. I thought that meant like he was on a computer, or that he was. No, he goes, I'm playing FIFA. He was on the toilet playing FIFA on his phone.
I've done stuff like that, actually. I'm not going to judge you.
Are you 31 with a kid on the way?
Well,
I do it when I'm taking dump.
Dude, that's heavy detail. That is heavy detail for you.
Go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail.
That's heavy detail for you.
I don't spend that much time playing games. I spend more time on my phone, like watching things.
I know.
I don't think it's weird stuff.
Like you've watched cornhole tournaments on your phone. You've watched lake bass fishing. You've watched.
I've watched fishing when they have it.
Like, like anything like competitive, because for some reason he's this overly competitive guy.
Yeah,
and it creeps. It's like it's creepy how competitive he really, really is. And
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's
I know that's a problem, but I like competition, so I'll watch about anything once.
Like you like Survivor. You like Survivor, right?
Yeah, it's competition. I'll watch anything. I used to be heavy into Survivor. I was big into it.
I used to be heavy into Survivor.
Yeah, I think I would be good at surviving.
First of all, not a chance.
Yeah, I do.
Do you think? Well, that's probably true. I remember one time I locked you in a dressing room, and then I put a bunch of racks in front of it, and you sat down on the floor, crisscross applesauce style. This is what he says to me, Peyton. He goes, "You think this bothers me? I'm getting messed with my whole life."
Yeah, I was prepared to spend most of the work day in there, and I wasn't angry. I was just thinking, this is cool. I don't really have to do anything but sit in here for the rest of the shift. And there was like 5 hours left.
Did you? I mean, how much time were you in there? I don't even remember.
I don't know. I think you gave up when you realized that I was completely content inside that little box.
And it was like an outhouse too. It literally looked like an outhouse.
It was a little hot. That's my only complaint about it, but I was okay.
Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't care one bit. I thought I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get him good. And he was in there. I slammed the door shut. I locked it from the outside with a whatever kind of lock that was, and it was like a U-lock or something. It was something super strong. And then I put a bunch of like racks in front of it, so in case he decided to try to kick it open, which most normal people would have, that he would fail. And all he did was sit. I could see his feet, and they crossed, and then I could see the bottom of his pants. And I'm like, "Are you sitting on the ground?" And that's when he hit me with the infamous line, "I've been getting messed with my whole life. You think this bothers me?" And then he basically took all power away from me. All power.
That was no longer fun.
So another thing that I want to tell you is, so we have a mutual friend who we both know, and I'm not going to say his name on the podcast, but I worry about the guy. I love him. He sends me a video the other day asking if I can translate for him. It's a video from what appears to be an Ecuadorian or Dominican woman. And I said, why would I do that? You know, and he goes, well, it's like, he's like, I'm like dating her. I said, you're what? I said, well, why don't you just ask her what it says? And she goes, well, she doesn't speak English. And I said, well, that's funny because you don't speak Spanish. And he goes, I know. That's why I need you to translate for me. And so I do. And basically what it said was, I think it's cute when you try to speak Spanish to me, which is very...
That's in.
He's in.
Yeah.
And then I said, I don't want to know how you met. I don't want to know anything about it. Like, I don't want to know any more.
Like a voice thing? He couldn't like punch that into Google?
Well, he couldn't quite, he didn't know what to punch in because it was a video.
Video.
So he couldn't do Google Translate, right?
Gotcha.
Because I'm guessing that they pass a phone back and forth to, like, that's how their relationship, is or whatever. And, so then the other day I was just sitting there thinking about this like weird situation with our friend.
I didn't know about this. I think I know what friend you're talking about, but I'm not sure.
If you've ever watched the show before, you probably know what friend I'm talking about. But
now I definitely know what friend you're talking about. But yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm just going, how do these two talk?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sounds like they're doing good.
Well, so then I just, me, I just ask them. I said, hey, you don't speak Spanish. She doesn't speak English. How do you guys talk? Within 6 seconds, I get a reply that says, we don't. Best relationship I've ever had.
Yeah, it's a lot of love.
It's just like I need new friends.
You don't think that's a beautiful thing?
No, I don't. I don't think it's a beautiful thing at all. I think it's a codependent, sick sick thing is what I think. But what am I? What do I know?
Yeah.
You know, but that's some,
I
that's,
think it's kind of nice.
you know what that was? You know what I just went into, don't you?
I don't know. I missed
I can
it.
go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail.
Yeah, I went into heavy detail. Sick. You think it's beautiful. I think it's sick. Peyton, what say you?
Yeah, I gotta say it's beautiful too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who cares what you say? Nobody can hear you. Okay, so
Yeah.
Don't ask my opinion anymore.
then something good came out of this. Lucas, can we get back to naming your child Josh?
We get back to it. It's not going to happen. Naming my child Josh is not going to happen.
Why? I thought you said I thought you said we could.
I said I would put it in a word for you. And
Did you put in a word?
No.
So
no,
you
I just said that so you'd stop asking me.
Would she just flat out say no? Would she just flat out say no?
It's already the kid already has a name.
Yeah, Joshua.
You could call him Joshua.
Oh, I'm going to. That's the thing about it, is that I was just going to tell you, like, whenever I see the little, skid mark, I'm going to call him Joshua. Which probably isn't that often because you live somewhere way far away.
No, I'll visit. It's not that far.
Nah, you don't need to visit. I don't need to see him. I don't need to see Joshua. What do you think that maybe I could try to talk to her about it?
You could talk to her, but it's done.
Well, no.
Done.
Well, don't come on, man. Don't shut the door on me like that. Let me at least try. If she says yes,
I hung a sign in the bedroom in the kid's corner with a sign of his name. I don't think it's being changed. I think it's done.
we can get a new sign. I mean, signs are easy to replace.
I don't know. I don't want to hang another sign, so I'd rather not the name change.
If she says yes, against all odds,
but yeah,
will you go along with it?
She really wants that name. Sure.
What? Okay. Does he have a middle name?
Yeah.
Is that Joshua?
It's not. It's my dad's middle name.
Shut up, dude.
It really is.
Shut up.
It's my dad's middle name.
Don't say your dad's middle name yet.
And part of and kind of like close to my middle name too. You know what it is?
I know your dad's middle name better than anybody's middle name because it's one of the dumbest middle names I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And why would you do that?
You don't like it?
No, I love it because it's your dad and it fits him. But that name doesn't exist. It's not a name.
Yeah, it is.
Peyton, do you know the name that we're talking about? Okay, this man's middle name is Roscoe.
Yeah, that's his name.
Roscoe?
Roscoe.
Oh my god.
You're really going to name your son Roscoe, and you two won't even consider Joshua?
Not even close.
I hate you.
Roscoe.
Yeah.
Good job,
Middle
dude.
name.
You're going to get your kid beat up.
Since everyone's gonna know his middle name, yeah.
Well, now I'm just calling him Roscoe because you're dumb. Why would you do that? Seriously, what?
Why are you putting it all on me?
There's no way, Lucas, that she said, "Hey, I have a good name for our son's middle name, Roscoe." You brought it up. You played the dad card.
Do you know how it goes? You name two kids. I think you would know how it goes. No, I didn't play any cards. We were just talking about, is there any family names? What's this person's middle name? What's that? Oh, I like that. I like that. That's how it goes. No one was like, I need this. I want that.
She likes the name Roscoe?
Yeah.
No wonder she's dating you.
A lot of people like it.
No, they don't, Lucas.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
No, it's not.
Hello?
Lucas is naming his son. the middle name is Roscoe.
Roscoe?
Yeah, like, you know, Daryl Roscoe.
His dad's name is Daryl Roscoe.
You knew that.
I did not know that Daryl's middle name was Roscoe.
Does it make sense?
Daryl Roscoe.
Yeah, Daryl
You're
Roscoe.
not live.
Daryl Roscoe.
Oh, got it.
Daryl Roscoe.
That's
And now
hilarious.
Lucas.
What's the son?
I don't know. I don't want to say the little boy's name.
What's Lucas's middle name?
Ross.
Why doesn't he name him his son middle name Ross?
I don't know. It's got a co on
Got
it.
it. What's the son's first name going to be?
Aiden.
Aiden Roscoe?
Yeah.
Aiden Roscoe.
This is fantastic news.
It's not going to be Joshua Roscoe.
Well, whatever. You know, I mean, I guess if it was but that's like a recessive name, like a recessive gene name. Roscoe.
No, I don't think so.
Like, get back in the trailer, Roscoe.
I don't know, man.
I've heard of dogs named Roscoe.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody's name being Roscoe except now for
Yeah, you have.
your dad.
No, you've heard other people.
Who?
There's got to be some.
Who? Tell me who. Tell me another Roscoe that I know.
All right, I don't know. Let's look. Let's see whose name's Roscoe.
I would remember somebody's name Roscoe. I don't personally know.
You don't personally know somebody, but you've heard the name before.
Okay, so I just typed in Roscoe, and the first thing that came up was Roscoe Auto Sales.
Yeah, Roscoe probably selling cars.
Roscoe Wright Guitar Builder. Roscoe the Warrior. That's a cartoon. You might want to play that for baby Lukey. You know, not a lot of Roscoe Holdings Inc.
I think that's nice.
Roscoe, to steal fuel off of people. That's another thing that it means.
Fuel? I don't think that it means that. It doesn't mean that.
Dirty Roscoe? I'm not even going to read that one.
I want to read that.
I gave my bird a Dirty Roscoe. I'm not going to read the definition, though. I gave my bird a Dirty Roscoe. I can't be the only one that's like in awe of the middle name. I am.
I think you. Yeah.
I just can't see a situation where somebody goes, "Hey, let's name our sons. Our son's middle name's going to be Roscoe," and then another person going, "Yes," and that you're telling me that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm telling you that she told me, I think I decided on what I like the best, and she said that, and I said, cool, I love it.
And who decided the first name?
It's a group effort on both.
What's the last name going to be? I'm just kidding. Can it have my last name then?
No, not anymore. I thought about that, but not anymore. Not after the way you treated my son's name.
I like the first name. I like it.
No, we're not doing this. Now you're backtracking.
I'm not backtracking. I never said I didn't. I always said I liked the first name. I think the middle name is hilarious. I don't necessarily dislike it.
Oh, I've never. Being hilarious is
Lucas, we used to laugh about his middle name.
Who?
You, me, and your brother. We would call him Roscoe just to piss him off.
No.
Yes, we did.
I have no recollection of that.
Chris used to call him Mr. Roscoe all the time, and it pissed him off.
I don't remember that.
Huh?
I don't remember it at all.
It is kind of a manly name, though, isn't it?
It's an old name. I like old names.
Yeah, it's so old it doesn't exist.
It's out there, baby.
Like my grandpa's name was Aldred, and people constantly called him Alfred.
I feel they got it wrong. You should have corrected them.
I just went along. It happened so many times. His name ended up being Alfred by the end.
Just switch.
We just gave it up.
Both are good.
Alfred and Aldred. See, Aldred is a name that you really don't hear.
And I like that name.
Well, maybe you should name your son Aldred Roscoe.
No, I'm not going to do anything you say.
You
had the chance to name your kids whatever you wanted, and I don't think you did a good job.
Well, I passed on Roscoe.
After a football player.
I gave you an A, Peyton, instead of an E. What more do you want from me? And I didn't name my second son at all. As a matter of fact, I've even adjusted his first name to fit my liking. That's how selfish I am.
I just said the names that I liked. She said names that she liked, and then we talked about did you want to do any family names or anything like that?
And somehow, instead of coming along with like Chris or Sarah,
that's like
you could have named your son. His middle name could have been Sarah, and that would have been better.
Name, how many people that are in your life that even know their middle name? Whatever.
Aiden Sarah. It's like Michael Sarah. Huh? Why didn't you give him your sister's name as his middle name?
Terrible.
Whatever, dude. I'm just trying to help you.
Done. His story's written.
Peyton, the initials are ARR. It's done. Yeah, that makes sense. Did you put your head up next to her belly and go, "How you doing, little Roscoe?"
No. I haven't done that, but I might.
All right. Well, Roscoe's a good name, I guess.